Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. The troops afterward went into the hoodlums and made contact with them at Amoju, Isu local government area of Imo State, where they were found enforcing the illegal sit-at-home order. Now the news in detail. On Monday, the exercise Golden Dawn of a Nigerian army says that followed an attempt by alleged members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IP0B, to kidnap medical personnel in Imo. This was disclosed in a statement by the army spokesman Ñ'Arm in Owerri on Tuesday. According to the release, the hoodlums attempted to kidnap a group of medical doctors and nurses known as Doctors on the Move Africa. The medical workers were provided free medical care to the residents of the Amocha community in the Njaba local government area of Imo State. The troops, in conjunction with the Nigerian Air Force 211 Quick Response Group and the Nigeria Police on receipt of actionable intelligence on the criminal plot, swiftly moved in and rescued the medical team, the Army statement explained. The troops afterwards went after the hoodlums and made contact with them at Amoju, Isi local government area of Imo, where they were found enforcing the legal sit-at-home order. It was said one of the suspected IP0B members was killed while the others took to their heels. One of the criminals who had escaped with gunshot wounds was later apprehended by the local vigilante and handed over to the police, added the army. According to the statement, the troop recovered one pump-action shotgun, 5 live cartridges, one Lexus 300 XR SUV, and a mobile phone. Now, why is it contradictory? They were trying to kidnap. All of a sudden, they went and started enforcing, how now? How now? The Nigerian army, how? This news is even looking like, even a baby would not even believe this. How do you stop from going to kidnap, then you stopped on your way. When you know that they're chasing you, then you, I don't feel, Nigerians are not fools now. There are some news you listen to, be like, hey, this is looking like a very big fallacy. In fact, it seems like it. I mean, for it to be coming out from the Nigerian army, and yet they'll say they don't want critics. Of course, this story will get a lot. A lot, I trust my Nigerians. They are going to give you criticisms upon criticisms. My goodness. From being a kidnapper or kidnappers gang, then they become those who enforce oh my goodness. Are you serious right now? My goodness. Those shopping for evidence to implicate Ñ'Arm are responsible for the beheading of police, not the ESN and IP0B. The attention of the global family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IP0B, ably led by a great leader, Nnamdi, has been drawn to the spurious allegation by the Minister for Information, Lai Mohammed, that we are responsible for the beheading of security agents in a viral video being circulated. The leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra wish to state unequivocally that IP0B and ESN are a disciplined freedom movement and security outfit respectively, and therefore such barbarity as seen on the said video is not and has never and will never be part of our modus operandi. The perpetrators of such barbarism are neither IP0B or ESN operatives. IP0B has remained a non-violent movement since inception. The Nigeria security agencies, namely the Nigerian Police, the Department of State Services DSS, and the Nigerian Army, in collaboration with some traitors like Hope Uzodinma and David Umahi, governors of Imo State and Ebonyi State respectively, are the ones recruiting and arming hoodlums to perpetrate atrocities across Biafra land, with the single objective to implicate and demonize IP0B. That the brains behind the violence taking place in Biafra land, and they have set up armed groups across Biafra land for this single objective, to portray the ESN in a bad light. We must not forget that since the international community rebuffed the Nigerian government request to designate IP0B as a terror group, they have been looking for ways to justify their demand, and this is just a part of their clandestine plans to tarnish the image of IP0B and the ESN. It is clear to all and sundry that IPOB and ESN has never engaged in any of a senseless killing going on in our land. The ESN mandate is to resist terrorists and jihadists invading our ancestral land and destroying our crops and raping our sisters and mothers. Exactly why this ESN was formed. This ESN was formed for this purpose. That is exact. So, when a particular news of, going around that people were videoing people who beheaded 2 officers and they were saying ESN, and I'm like, what? Do you go to steal and announce your name? Then if you're going to steal to announce your name, then why did these faceless people, why did they wear mask? Yes, because they want to be traced. First of all, if I want to play a fast one on you, if I'm going to commit a crime, I will call somebody who you think, who you know the name, somebody I can. It is what they call psychology. You just use psychology to play that first one. I am going here and I do not want to know that this is where I'm going to. I'm going to say I'm going to somewhere else, just to create a distraction. Yes, IPOB members are not killers but freedom fighters struggling for the peaceful restoration of the independent state of Biafra. We are not surprised at the desperation of our enemies to renew their carnages and atrocities in our land because they know that time is running out on them and their collaborators. Their intention has always been to create the wrong and negative impression that IPOB is a violent movement. So, therefore, they should be blamed for the growing insecurity in Biafra land. They are looking for occasions to justify this warped narrative against IPOB, and as usual, they will continue to fail. Sincerely, like how do you expect these people who so much hold their leader who is in detention now, and the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, how do you expect them to go about performing this thing? You have reason it now. Reason this thing. Yes, even if you are not, and it's just reason it. I am saying my leader should be released. Then I'm also implicating him. What does it mean? These people are clearly not the ones. Clearly not the ones. A very rational person would see it without even, of course, I wouldn't even want to come across that video. Sincerely. Without even coming across the video. We only pity the gullible minds who cannot see and read between the lines. We know the antics of our enemies. They are unsettled with the recent moves by some respected Igbo elders and bishops to secure the unconditional release of our leader. They are pushing forward their strategies, the main plank of which is to increase the wave of violence and barbaric acts, including gruesome killings across Biafran land.